grandfathered into this in some capacity.
I
I
feel
don't
like
even know.
the next instance they should be notified. Like, okay, this is it.
They get a freebie, and can the police like track that like via their profile or something like that?
Like they were notified on this date. Blah blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. I think that's fine. I just wanted to put it out there for a discussion, so I'm not just, ripping people out of their vehicles.
Kermie and Alex, if you reset your MDTs, tell me if you can see the city council documents. They're under reports, and you'll need to use the cogwheel to do like an advanced search and then sort by category. Anybody else got anything before we move to the density?
Not this time, no.
See
Wasn't
the
there?
titles, can't see them.
There's
Sorry.
one thing isn't.
You can see the titles, but you can't see them.
Yeah, I can see the title, but I can't see the actual body of the report itself.
Yes,
That's
you have to take
fucking weird.
it. No, he has to take a nap. They both have to take a
Oh,
nap.
okay, all right.
Yeah, I had
Son
that
of
yesterday.
bitch.
So
I'll test it, BRB.
okay. Mask mandate. I'm not gonna bring it up again, but it is on the rise. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna share
Yeah.
a picture with y'all.
Yes, please,
Oh,
because I
yeah?
think we might be saying the same thing.
Hold on.
Just swat it out, Crane.
Let me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go to a document here.
Bonk.io. What is that?
I will create a city council document.
Oh no. Should I try bonk.io?
Should I just take a nap too then?
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
that
go
looks
take
so
a
much
nap.
better. That one I would buy.
All right, if you look up the city council document,
The
oh
other
god,
one,
it's
no.
happening again, or it's happening again, and then look at the piece of evidence called "Oh God, make it stop." That was me walking into Senor Buns today, and I saw two gentlemen wearing socks and sandals, shortcut cuffed Euro pants. One had no shirt. They both had matching bandanas. One had a bright neon bowl cut, and the other was wearing a bucket hat, and they had face paint.
I think I saw those guys by the tennis courts in an alleyway off
Can you
Boulevard
not,
Apparel
like,
5
can you
years
hover
ago.
on it?
So two
Oh,
trains of
no.
thoughts here. One, if we're not wanting to go full mask mandate, we could do something just for government buildings and state-run businesses.
You guys see the evidence?
I see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
can
could
see
see
it.
it.
That
I
way
cannot.
That way it's
You
not
can't.
everywhere, but
I
it's
had
just
to reset
in.
my MDT.
Yeah,
to
if you have
see it.
multiple
Oh,
tabs
reset
open
it,
to
reset
Max,
it.
that sometimes it happens.
I see it. I see it. I see it.
I just opened it in another tab.
Anyway, sorry. So you could do mask mandate light. That way it's only for like government buildings and these state-run agencies.
Oh.
Maybe try to get a message out or curb the problem a little bit. The
I
second,
know who they are. God.
and then the second, this is something that I used to do way back in the day. That I'm sure Crane loved hearing about this. Is there was always the legal argument that we had that was RS, that they might be casing the joint to rob it, and we would ham them up a little bit. For doing that
maybe
kind of
we
stuff.
do a middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's in publicly accessible places of business and government facilities.
Okay.
Yeah, someone said that.
You
Who
must
said that?
remove your mask.
I
Yeah.
said state-run businesses and government
Oh, I can't make
facilities.
this.
Yeah, there we go.
so-
Perfect. Yeah,
So
sorry, I
that-
was too
yeah.
busy dooming about the picture.
No, that way, if a private business or a future business license that gets approved wants to have a different policy, I mean that's their choice, right? But any business that's in the app or any government facility, no mask mandate.
Can we make sure that this applies to employees of state-run businesses as well, that they cannot be wearing masks? So, for example, someone needs to get the door for Alex. So, for example, if someone's working Senior Buns, that's the state run business. You, as an employee, you shouldn't be wearing a mask either.
Are we gonna bring up medical exceptions already, or is that
No.
okay?
People
Okay,
will
I'm just
try.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Our
Just asking.
official thing is that our letters mean nothing. If the cops have the authority
Reggie's
to do
shambles.
this,
Sorry.
no matter what the
Reggie.
medical need for a mask is, they still have that authority.
I also think that employees of these state-run businesses are do not have the privilege of allowing members of public or other employees at that state-run business to leave the mask on.
Yeah, no, that's not their call.
Yeah.
I
They're
saw
not. They're
nothing
not
but blue.
cops. The only thing.
What if someone never ever
Yeah, we get
has
into
their
that
mask
bullshit
off?
with these fucking.
Julio.
I'm, you know,
Reed
whatever.
or-
Julio,
yeah,
Chatterbox.
yeah.
Well,
those are
Reed,
always the
Reed
two
can take his
frequent
mask
flyers.
off. Yeah, Reed can take his mask
but
off.
he
Let's
won't.
make them.
but I
Let's
usually
make them.
provide
Let's make them
thong,
pay
you
for a
know?
license, guys.
A mask
I-
license.
The mask.
I-
Mask.
mean,
license.
No, no,
That-
no,
That's
no,
gonna
no.
get
If
No,
you
no,
want
no,
to
no,
every
mask
gang
license.
member, every gang member,
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
will then want one
$100,000.
license. No,
they
no,
will
no.
gladly
yeah.
grind so they can fucking wear their.
And then when they get arrested, you can take their mask off in the cells.
I would hope there's also a reasonable expectation that doctors would be able to wear masks within their place of employment. A lot of us wear the surgical masks. Just all
that's
the
a
time
surgical
because
mask,
they're
that's-
always
Yeah, that's
the same thing.
sanitation. Yeah,
Yeah.
sanitary
I
reasons.
mean,
in some
I would
sense.
trust-
Again, we
Yeah.
should be relying on police to use discretion to be
Discretion.
reasonable human beings.
Yes, and if anyone hears
Right.
about people being stupid or abusing these things, just like the parking,
Yeah, then we
that
should
talked about
complain to
last
high
week,
command, not deal with it in legislation.
Hell yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
happy to complain to somebody else.
I went
not
down
me.
that road way too much in the past where I tried to fix every loophole. I'm done doing that shit. I'm too tired. What we're gonna do in terms of DOJ, at
shouldn't do
least
that.
y'all can do how you want. But on my side, I'm writing things vague in general, and if people abuse it, then I'm just gonna complain until they get fired. I don't care.
Hell
Sounds
yeah,
good.
all right.
Yep.
So I guess just to start, are we agreeing on state-run businesses and government facilities?
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Agreed.
Okay, and then my second question is, if a cop walks up to him, take the mask off, they take the mask off, it ends there, or do I have the right to go through the full, like, hey, you got to show me your ID even if the mask comes off?
I
Like,
would
is it-
prefer they give ID so you can actually verify via photo if it's on, can ID. I mean, if someone tells me there's,
I don't think we should create an ID statute.
That's what- yeah,
Personally.
see, I'm against
Yeah.
that part because the purpose of this is to have people not wear masks. In
The purpose is
public.
just take your damn mask
Right.
off. But we're not
Okay.
giving cops any rights to ID. It's not a crime. We're not giving someone rights to ID someone or frisk them. It's literally just, hey, stupid, take your mask off, which is what, coincidentally, I yell at people in courtrooms all the time.
But then
Okay,
what
so
do you
it
do
works
about the
pretty
face
well.
paint?
Call their parents degenerates and say that, they're subhuman. I don't know.
You look fucking dumb. Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Okay.
shame them.
So just to clarify, it's remove the mask and you're not putting it back on. Not remove the mask, ID yourself, then put it
Yeah,
back
and
on.
if they take it off and they don't put it back on, or they take it off and they put it back on, then just cite them for disobeying and
Yeah.
arrest them.
Understood.
Or if they
Yeah.
don't take it off, disobeying.
You can
Easy.
enforce laws without needing a penal
They
code
won't
entry.
be able to identify.
So
some
you
people
enforce the
without
legislation
mask.
that says no masks in public state-run areas, and if they disobey, then they disobey.
Easy.
I just want to be sure because I missed it. No mask mandate. Just they can lawfully order people to take them off. That's it.
For
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down
identification
right. I'm gonna do that
purposes,
one right
yes.
now.
Okay. Also, Crane, it didn't work. Still can't see the report.
Yeah,
Try and close the tab and then open a new one.
Hold on, it might be permissions thing. Give me a second.
yeah, it's a viewing permission, I think.
Runes give me a sig.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Oh, it didn't sync. Okay. Somehow it. Okay, hold on.
What is broken picture phone?
Try now. Just reset it.
I was drawing again. Code names? No.
Nope.
Did anything else break? Can you still see legislation?
Yeah, I can still see everything else. I just can't see the body of the report.
TAC Pro. What is that?
I mean, we can just figure it out later.
Hey, fuck with it after.
Hmm. Why am I scared that this is gonna blow my fucking brains out? Move left AD. How does this work? Play offline, local versus.
Try now. Reset. That's my last try. If that doesn't work, then I'll figure it out later.
Wait, how the fuck does this work?
Nope. Oh, it did work, but I can see evidence now.
What do you mean see evidence?
I have an evidence tab
Should I send
now.
this to Moon?
Yeah, we'll get back.
No, you don't.
Oh, I see what's happening. No, I don't.
But yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, I can see police like incident
Is he
report
playing
evidence.
RuneScape?
Reset.
I don't know if he's
See
still
if the
playing
evidence
RuneScape,
going
though.
away means you can't see the reports.
Nope, I can see the report and the evidence tab went away, so I'm good.
All right, perfect. All right, Mr. Density, you're up.
No one else?
Oh, too
Nope,
late now.
I'm good.
All right.
Did he not? Did he not want to bring up the fucking DNA on file? Dakota, please.
Okay. Have any of you guys had a chance to read over any of the stuff that I published last night?
Yes.
Yes.
Yup.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're going to start with the Los Santos Bill of Rights equivalent, the Bill of Human Privilege, which covers some basic stuff.
Do I get to vote on this?
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
Because it doesn't apply to me.
Oh,
Are you
something's
sure?
changed, it looks like.
Oh, has it been
I
edited
know.
live here
Yeah,
in the meeting?
it's changed.
What do you
It's-
mean?
Yeah, nice debate there, bud.
Did this motherfucker
I was gonna tell
change?
Tessa on you.
There's definitely
What do you mean?
more.
So does anyone because we've had a chance to read it, is there so I work full disclosure, I worked on this with Juno and my wife.
My wife.
Okay.
And my wife primarily served as a reviewer. Juno served as a suggester. This is what we came up with. Obviously, there's some things that might be missing. So if you guys have any ideas on what we could add here, first let's go over what we have already. Any issues with anything that's written in these 14 points?
My preference is I'm actually okay with the jaywalking stuff, but I don't
I
don't
have
think-
one thing with it, but go ahead.
I don't think anyone should be held liable. If you
Yeah.
are jaywalking and
Yes.
get clipped on the freeway, that is you being a done. No one should be held liable if if you hit them
True.
while they're
We should be able to
Well,
charge you
well,
for
it-
jaywalking.
Well, it's written there that you can't sue a
The
cop
only-
or EMS.
the only
No, I'm saying
problem-
as a civilian, if I fucking hit someone jaywalk, that's on them, man.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They should be jaywalking.
Yeah, but the point is that if we make it indiscriminate,
People can
then
try
there
to
is no
do-
such thing as not jaywalking.
Correct.
So, for example, if I get hit in a crosswalk with the proper light, under this, you know,
You can't hold anybody responsible.
and I will
So-
say, in this city, as I learned today, it is exceptionally hard to figure out who's in the right because, for example, I crossed the street going northbound on the eastern side of the intersection of Vespucci and Alta,
Mm-hmm.
and a cop pulled me over for jaywalking. And I
What?
said I wasn't jaywalking.
Wait,
I had the
what?
little white, walk signal thingy. And then we both realized that there is a crossing signal with the little red hand and the white man walking, but there is no crossing lines or crosswalk painted on the ground.
There are multiple intersections that are like that. I walk to work every day. So, yeah.
So
Hmm.
I don't know how to handle shit like that. She
There-
ended
there
up
are
just
some
telling me,
places
letting
you
me
have to
go
walk.
because I had the signal and I proved that there was a walking indicator. But yeah, it's kind of fucked.
so as written now, what do you guys think? Nakota, you had something?
So yeah, the only thing I would say is, and it seems like it's on point with everybody else's concern, is even without lights and sirens, like if I'm driving 55 and I have a green light and someone runs across the street because there's no more jaywalking and I hit them, that is,
Hmm.
I would argue, not my fault or anyone else's but their own, the person who ran
Right.
across.
Basically, we just be doing it like China does it, right? It's kind of like the
Mhm.
more expensive your car, the more right of way you have.
Honestly, like I said, I walk to work every single day. I even got clipped today crossing a crosswalk. But the people stopped and checked on me. I mean, it's whatever. But I know that there's also been a lot of
Number 12
people
still isn't
who
possible.
want to try and be funny and throw themselves out in front of people's vehicles.
It's
so
possible.
everybody's
agree to
looking
it,
for some way to
but it's gonna
cash
be
grab these
messy.
days. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you want to say it, but
Okay, well, how about we do it? They may walk wherever they please at their own risk.
yeah.
just kind of leave it open ended.
Why don't we just say, why don't we say that we are decriminalizing jaywalking. However, if someone is crossing a street in a manner that would be previously defined as jaywalking, they do so at their own risk. So that way, if a citizen still adheres to the crosswalks and the walking signals, they can still sue someone for running them over.
I'm so fucking
Oh,
tired.
okay.
But if they choose to ignore the walking signals,
Kirby!
Who's
What is
jaying
the
this?
J? Who's
Yeah,
J?
who's
Yeah,
jaying
yeah.
this?
What?
Doing that?
Crane, I think
It
you were
was
pushing down
me.
on the
Yes,
pad a little
I
too
What are you
hard.
yelling at me
Yeah.
for?
so
Oh, sorry, I saw your
That's
thing.
funny,
So
you're the
if-
land
if-
karma.
so that way, if like for example, I'm walking legally in the crosswalk and someone runs me over because I walk a lot, then I can still, they can still be charged for like, let's say, negligent driving or something. But people can jaywalk at their own risk, right? Does that make sense?
Jaywalking is decriminalized. Jaywalk at your own risk.
What is the new gateway to terrorism then?
That's a good question.
Smoking a joint.
Littering,
Prostitution.
littering.
Prostitution's a
Prostitution. I feel
very-
like that's a bit
Not many
extreme.
people have that one. There's a lot of terrorists that have never done that.
How does that look, Crane?
That's good.
You like
So
to
let's
capitalize?
capitalize that. You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm learning new writing stuff every day. Okay. How does that look, Nakota?
Jaywalking at your own risk, I love that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can we go ahead and remove? Actually, hold on.
I like that, to be honest. Yeah.
Can we remove the charge from the MDT? Is that possible, Crane?
I can, do so.
Nice. So in accordance with Crane's vision of sort of crafting a government body slash judicial body, I and everyone else was advised to kind of not just copy and paste shit from the American history, right? Because it doesn't pertain to us per se. That said, I did include some things from that just make complete fucking sense from American legislation, like the definition of probable cause, which I know the police department is still utilizing
why do
now.
we need that?
Yeah, isn't that? I was going to ask. That's Article 5 from our Constitution, search and seizure. So we already have it in there as a protected right.
Okay, hold on.
Which is good. That means you're right in line with, with Crane.
Oh, nice. I missed that. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna renumber these then.
Okay.
Okay, so one we're just eating.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make the jaywalking one number 1, and I'm gonna rename them, number them.
I believe that jaywalking one now rightly sits at number 1 on this list. I feel like that's just setting the tone for the rest.
Do you want me
Okay,
to
good.
do you want me to just number them?
Sure.
All right, so
I'm gonna delete the first one.
What Cantor, what are the hospitals and medical facilities under LSMG currently?
Hey,
We only function out of Central and Sandy. That is.
So is the one that's like up in Polito, is that like closed down?
I believe that's all closed down. I don't know if I don't know what's going on up there. I'll be honest. As far as I'm aware, it's not something that we have access to use currently.
How does number 2 look, guys? Any concerns or additions you'd like to add?
I'm fine with that.
That's what we talked about last time, right?
I liked it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, is that just? I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. Is that just the hospital functioning as is? Is that?
Yeah. We're basically just publicly stating that free healthcare will be enforced for now.
I
haven't.
Charge you $50 if you see Kate.
Yeah, does Kate charge now?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
No, she doesn't.
She can also actually help you up now, which is kind of cool.
No more noodle arms.
Okay, so
God for that.
2 is good.
Number 3. God damn it!
Who keeps Jane? Crane, you old man.
You can Control Z to refix the spacing on that. By the way.
So, only question I would have about 3 is that we do have, I think we have a charge, which is kind of similar to what is in other states, which is kind of like a fighting words charge. Forget which one it is. Hold on, it's
criminal threats. Is the criminal threats?
No, not criminal threats. It's hold on, public order. Disturbing the peace.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So, unlawfully fighting or challenging another person to fight in a public place, disturbing another person by loud and unreasonable noise if this is done willfully and maliciously, and then finally using offensive words in a public place if the words are likely to provoke an immediate violent reaction.
So who's gonna follow Bobby Charles around and just keep citing him for disturbing the peace?
Maybe we just put a GoPro on him.
Yeah, pretty much. Just keep billing him every time he does it.
Now, I will say that the reason for that charge in other jurisdictions is pretty clear. Whereas I would imagine that if someone were to do something like that here, they would just get deported. So maybe we don't need that portion of the charge.
Yeah,
that's fair. Honestly, it's a good point.
Yeah.
wait, what about the portion? Reporting?
Deportation. Deportation sounds like a hybrid with another word.
Deportation.
Hey, you want to introduce the legislation? Go for
Words
it.
are hard.
This is going to be unpopular. I'm just saying. Right now.
No.
As written, is there any problem on number 3?
All right, fine. I mean, are we saying though that I guess like what Crane said, like you can't make like terroristic threats or anything. We're not classifying that as like freedom of speech.
Yeah. Right.
So I kind of wanted to leave it for the courts if there ever was a freedom of speech case or whatever, they could
Like courts could limit it a little bit or something.
Well,
Correct.
I mean, to be fair, this is kind of like this is kind of how it works in other places, right? You have a broad, and this is, God, I don't want to start this debate, so no one respond to this, please. I'm just using it as an example. But you have, let's say, in the U.S., the Second Amendment, which allows you to bear arms, and then the government, sets conditions upon that right that are deemed reasonable without infringing upon the core nature of the right. So same idea with freedom of speech is you're entitled to freedom of speech until that conflicts with another person's right, for example, to not be, discriminated against, etc.
And that's the Ninth Amendment for the American Bill of Rights is the no right shall infringe upon another one.
Yeah. So I think we're fine to leave that as is because the courts can just handle any overlap.
So don't bring up social media posts.
I kind of went one of two ways with this when we were working on this last night. And ultimately we decided to allow the Department of Justice enough freedom to maneuver however it is they please. And I feel like that's the way that we define a unique identity for Los Santos in terms of courts and shit. My instinct initially was to define social media stuff and whatnot, but I was like, maybe we do it this way instead.
Yeah,
I'm
just be like a case
let it
law or
ride, see
something
what
in the
happens.
future.
Yeah, I'm good with the dust settling in the courtroom, honestly, on some of these things. So it gives a much clearer and concise definition, I guess, in the long term.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask a question for the notes? Does that mean we can't use rap lyrics as evidence anymore?
Wait, what?
Kermie, if you want to say it, you have my permission.
I want to say what?
It?
It?
Hold up.
You got
Wait a second.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Hold up.
Wait, I don't get it.
Yeah, you don't because you're a fucking
No.
square.
It's okay.
What?
Wow.
Why are you being like this?
Number
Just
4.
think about it more. I'm sure you'll get there.
Number 4, every citizen within Los Santos are within the right to publicly urinate. Given the lack of bathrooms citywide, an effort must be made to do so in relative privacy. Any concerns with that?
There's an effort must be made.
It needs to be flushed out because
I literally
nice
walked
pun. That was
past
a good
somebody
pun.
peeing in a
know.
potted plant in the hospital lobby.
Reed is gonna get on the counter of Senior Buns and he's gonna be like, "This is as private as I can get," and then he's gonna piss on somebody.
Well,
Yeah, there's
he
always
did,
gonna be that.
he
hold on.
didn't. He didn't make an effort though. He just kind of
Hold
walked
on.
around the counter.
I mean, this is definitely going to conflict with public indecency, right?
Yeah. Being
Oh,
able to
there's-
pull your cock
There is already
out
established.
anywhere, it's
There's
not
already
gonna be
established.
good.
There's already established precedent on public indecency with the Vivek Ramaswamy case, where they were talking about doing sex acts in public, and no one batted an eye.
Well,
Well, hold on. Not commenting on something is not the same as endorsing it or judicially.
Yeah.
I don't.
Courts
you
all
know.
the time will refrain from giving guidance on a certain topic because they don't feel it's their purview, even though it may be handled by a future court.
Not that I spend a lot of time looking at the public indecency charge, but I believe that has a very specific definition, and technically speaking, pulling your pants down to urinate wouldn't fall under it.
Yeah, because doesn't it say something about fondling or something?
Yeah, it says
you have to
lewd caress
yeah.
or
Oh my
indecent fondling of the body.
If you pull your pants down and then pull them up, that's not public indecency as far as it's written.
And it could be argued that warning people like, hey, this is as private as I can be is effort.
What
Yeah.
about
So-
is there some kind of charge?
We can leave. I mean, if it ever becomes an issue in the courts,
I just want to
we
make
could-
sure cops have an ability to charge someone who like pisses in Senor Buns or whatever.
Yeah, right now I don't
Yeah.
think we have anything.
We don't.
Because like I said, I literally walked past a doctor peeing in a potted plant in the lobby at the hospital yesterday. So
Vandalism, I guess, is pee damaging. I don't know.
I used to argue maybe like littering, like sometimes. But...
Disorderly conduct engages in behavior intending to cause public inconvenience. Yeah, they could just argue they didn't intend public.
I was just gonna say that is I was just trying to go to the bathroom. I wasn't trying to inconvenience anybody.
I mean, if you like hide in a bush that covers you from like the chest down, you know, like at least you're making the effort.
Yeah. See, I kind of wanted to have a fun little bone, throw a little bone to the DOJ if they ever got like a quirky little case where some guy like Reed, for example, was like, oh, I walked 5 steps. Clearly, an effort was made. You know, that's,
like how
That's
Reed,
exactly what he'll do too.
using Reed as a
we hold on, where is it? I lost it. Okay, right here. I'm gonna add another word here.
Okay.
Reasonable effort.
Ooh,
Boom.
I like that word. I like that word.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
I feel like I forgot
This would
to
be a
do something
crazy
like that.
court case.
I'm gonna end up being the first person at a bench trial for someone pissing in public. So I'll make sure to call you down there when it happens.
There you go.
Okay.
God.
So number 5. All citizens of Los Angeles are entitled to free housing afforded by the state. I gotta re-edit this. Hold on. At present, this only applies to the apartments currently located in Little Seoul, though this may be expanded later. Comments, concerns?
Seems straightforward.
Yep.
Fine with it.
And this is another inspiration drawn from other systems that just makes complete fucking sense. And that I'm sure that police officers will probably follow anyway.
Oh my god.
And that's no double jeopardy. It was worded slightly differently. Simply just
I'm already thinking about prosecuted versus.
What do you think a better word here would be for?
Well, because technically you can be prosecuted but not adjudicated. So, for example, you could prosecute someone for murder. There could be a mistrial, and then you would need to retry the case. The way this was worded, that would bar that.
So I'm trying. I'm trying to present double jeopardy.
I
So
know.
what do you think a better word would
be? It's very hard to do it without just taking words.
Do you think adjudicated would be enough?
Oh, interesting.
No, because then that prevents appeals.
Okay.
Fuck. While he's thinking about that, I'm sure there would be some cops who did this, but should we change the word crime to like criminal incident? Because I mean, like I'm just like, let's say, you charge someone for attempted murder. They get found not guilty, but you're like, okay, well, fuck you, I'm gonna charge you with assault with the deadly instead. It's technically a different crime.
But isn't it under the same crime though? Like it's the same incident.
That's why I said.
That's why he's saying changing the
change
wording
it
from
same
crime to criminal incident.
Yeah, because when I
Yeah.
think crime, I think like charge, right?
At that point, it could once again be a DOJ thing where they can use that opportunity to truly define what it means to not double jeopardy someone in Los Santos, right? But Crane's writing something. I'm kind of interested what he's cooking right now. So let's see.
Yeah, I don't even know if this would be possible, but would that mean that if someone was charged with one crime in an instance, if it was found later that maybe necessarily they weren't the murderer, but they were an accomplice to the murder, would they be unable to be charged with that crime in that instance?
These are questions that the judges will have to answer.
Yeah. All right, we'll kick it then. That's fine. I'm just spitballing too. It's like the things that just come in my head straight away.
Yeah. That's like the natural instinct when it comes to stuff like this. So I totally get it. And I appreciate it because we need that kind of insight.
Wait, how do I make it not?
Looking good to me.
Yeah,
All right now.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm trying to work through is I'm just trying to check for holes. So if I prosecute Malton for murder, then he's been adjudicated at trial. There was a conclusive verdict. He's found innocent. He may not be placed under threat of imprisonment by the state prosecution for the same criminal incident. Okay, but let's say Malton is found guilty and he appeals, he is not being placed under threat of imprisonment by the state prosecution because he, as the moving party, is not the state prosecution. So that would allow for appeals. It would allow for normal prosecution. Mistrials are not conclusive verdicts.
What is the thing? Is it delayed death exception? That would be
So that would be an
a
exception
separate.
to this policy, which we would need to write in right now.
Because I mean that in essence would be a new incident, right? No, I guess you would need to write it in because it could be argued that it would be a result of the same incident. So
Test dripping the premiere, Alex. Alex, what's on Alex? Am I fading fast? I want to go to bed. I also think I'm getting sick because I have like the, you know, the kind of, I don't know what you call it, like in your throat without hurting, but it's kind of scratchy, something, yeah, something like that. No, it's like, it's not pain, but it's like you have something. I know what it's called in Danish, but I don't know what you would call it in English. Like it's like a.
So that
Like
that exception is something we've
feeling
honored in the past, and basically,
before
if I
you get sick.
bonk Max over the head with a
Irritation,
pipe
yeah, I guess
wrench,
you can say that.
and he lives, but he goes into a coma, and I get charged and convicted of, let's say, reckless endangerment or attempted murder, or whatever, and then he actually does die, the state can then prosecute me for first-degree murder.
all right, perfect.
Is this suitable to the head of the bar and the Chief Justice?
Yep.
Works for me.
Okay. Sick. Number 7. Any citizen of Los Santos has the right to record video and audio from the public view.
Now, does that also cover recording like from the street into someone's home?
Well, the idea here is that they could just pull their curtains if they don't want to be recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I like it.
Should we classify this as a two-party state at the same time?
I like
We
zero
wanna be a
party.
two-party state.
I like zero party. What do you think?
I kind of.
No,
I kind of agree.
We-
to
we-
zero
if I'm
party.
sick, I'll
as
stay
someone,
Yeah.
and not stream. If I don't feel
we
like streaming, I won't
the-
stream.
once again with the Ramaswamy case, they kind of upheld zero party by way of allowing that into evidence, right? The recording of him by Mr. K filming the whole Lilith interaction with Bobby Charles.
were they in a public place?
Yeah, they were at
Chumash
Chumash,
Fair.
right?
Yeah, okay, that's not what I'm
Yeah.
referring to. I'm talking about
Wait,
if
what
Max
even
and I have a
happened
phone call.
throughout this entire
A
incident?
one-party
Was it set
state
up?
is where only one
Was
person on the
Mr.
call has to
Skarami
consent.
set up? Is that what happened?
So I can record Max without telling him in a one-party state. In a two-party state, both people have to be aware of the recording. So I'm suggesting that if we're handling legislation surrounding recording video and audio in public, we also should handle how it's going to happen in private.
Okay.
Okay.
If I may, wouldn't that, if you make it a zero party state, wouldn't that give cops more leeway to be able to essentially tap your
true.
phones without a search warrant?
Would
'Cause
it?
they don't need your permission they don't need anybody's permission for it to record you at that point.
I think they were referencing two people talking to each other physically in public, if I'm not.
The
Unless
first
I'm
part. The first
misreading
part
it.
is no. You're right.
Yeah.
But as far as private is concerned, that's a good point, Kermie. What do you think should be written here, Crane, in terms of private stuff? Because I agree. You can. Oh, never mind.
I am not a fan of one-party states. I think that I think that a one-party state often leads to
People being
very
set up.
complicated situations for the DOJ because then, for example, you would
Can we not
have a
have to flush
conversation
out
with
all
someone
this
in
so
which you discuss
much?
a bunch of context and you assure them of certain things and make promises and rely on your history and all this. And then you would start the recording and be like, so you're gonna murder this bitch with me, right? And the person goes, yeah. And then the judge gets up there and just hears, so you're gonna murder this bitch with me, right? Yeah. It's like, I would prefer that if recordings are going to be made of private conversations, it would be structured in a way where both parties need to be aware of it, because otherwise there's way too much opportunity for malfeasance.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you put that in there at the end for 7? I mean, provided everyone here agrees that that is reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I'll
I don't.
also say that it's very cumbersome in this jurisdiction to deal with recordings in court.
Yeah.
And most of the time I would prefer they be in public. Private recordings are absent two people agreeing. For example, and again, we'd have to write this as an exception. The only
food
time where you can
spots
be recorded but not
in
agree.
Copenhagen.
Well, actually, you don't have to agree. You just have to be informed. Sorry, I should make that clear. It's not about agreement.
Depends on
It's
what
about
you're into.
information. You have to know that you're being recorded. So, for example, if you're in an interrogation room in PD, they have to tell you that you're there turning on a recording. That sort of thing. CIs can't wear a wire. Essentially, we're not doing that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll write up some language around. Give me a sec.
Militia. Anything really? Yeah, I'll think about something. I can't right now. I can't think of anything. My brain is fried.
I think that should cover it. So that'll just be very clear.
All right, sick. Looks good. Number 8. And we're gonna take a break after this, guys. A little 5-minute break after we get through.
Yeah, please go.
This one.
Cigarette.
Yeah.
Well, I need to go to the bathroom, but yeah.
Um,
Wait, can I pee right here now if I make an effort in the corner?
Oh my
no,
god.
that's not a reasonable effort.
Kidding.
Well, the
Kidding.
doors,
I'm
the
a
doors,
bathroom guy.
doors is locked, so it's a reasonable enough effort, right?
I guess
Oh.
so.
That's been passed. Yeah.
I'll use the restroom.
Yeah, just
Right,
block yourself
you're
from
using
Kermit's
it
bike.
right now.
No. I can wait until this last
Okay.
one. So we
Just
go back.
find
Yeah.
the legal book on the wall that says tax code and piss in that, because it's never going to exist anyway.
Understood.
The people of Los Santos are permitted the ability to assemble peacefully in protest or otherwise, provided it is not disruptive to the city on large. Government officials and the citizens of Los Santos reserve the right to drive their vehicle through crowds of disruptive protesters/assemblers, provided they are impeding the flow of traffic.
Oh my god! What the
I feel
hell?
like that can
Oh my
get
God.
abused.
So hey, I'm actually okay with this in a general sense. If they warn them that, like, hey, if you don't move, I'm going to do this, and they have to dial 911 once the deed is done.
Hasn't this happened somewhere?
I'm gonna see if I can
I'm
find some
pretty sure it
snacks.
happened when they marched on City
Wasn't that
Hall,
the thing
right?
with the tiki torches?
Not familiar with that.
Okay, so I added and have issued a suitable warning to the disruptive protesters/assemblers.
I also feel they should have to dial 911 after they do it. Just saying, like, hey,
That's
I just
fair.
I just ran over a bunch of people. By
Isn't-
the way,
yeah.
like, they might
Isn't
need
that
medical.
with felony run, you have to stop and identify yourself and stuff? Felony hit and run. Is that?
Well, I was
is
gonna-
the expectation here that.
I was going to ask, is there a possibility that number 1 could conflict with this in any way, shape, or form?
Charlottesville? Wait, what is this?
They're not jaywalking anymore if they're in the street, right? They're protesting
They're
at this.
blocking the street and protest. I mean, I saw So I actually,
I wish you
I
could
saw
do
the
this in
other
real
day, like,
life
people were,
with the fucking
you might have been
people
there, actually,
blocking
Max. They were
traffic.
trying to like block the entrance to prison because of something.
I was that when my wife and I got married.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
actually.
Crane would have been there too then.
Yeah.
You got married at the prison.
Gosh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, if I was drinking, I would say it sounds like a great idea. I really want to say it sounds like a great idea.
It does sound like a great idea, but I feel like you can abuse it.
I mean, anything can be abused, honestly.
Well, does this now mean that being in a public roadway is a good enough reason to run someone over at full speed?
That's what I was thinking about number one. That's
Well, that's why I said you have to warn them first, like, because I presumably it's not going to be like as I'm approaching, like, hey, get out of the way. It's going to be like I've stopped.
Come on, Lisa.
Get out of the way, or I'm coming through anyway. And then
It's
if
not.
they don't, it's on them.
What this does is it gives the judges a chance to define what a peaceful assembly is or a protest. Like, you know, maybe like how many people, or like, was there did they publicize their protest or assembly previous to getting run over and then trying to sue the guy who did it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. I added the 911 thing. Any ideas, concerns currently?
I mean, even if there's an abuse concern, I think if our gut feeling says this is good, we could always pass it and then repeal it like next week if we open up like a fucking hornet's
Is
nest
it a
on this
crime
one.
if I organize a protest before people realize how this works, and then go rent a car and just get a little stress relief?
I feel like that might qualify under the abuse of this, though, wouldn't it?
I didn't hear shit, bro. You know what I'm saying, dog? I didn't hear shit, dog.
Oh my god, no.
Okay, number 9. All legal citizens of Los Santos have the right to vote for their own mayor. A mayor is the premier elected official to represent the will of the general populace.
Yeah, not funny.
I do get what the point of this one is, but the
What's the
wording
point?
of their own mayor, I feel like that is a very
Isn't this? Well, hold on. Isn't this all of this in the establishment of the city council?
I feel like I peeked at it and I did not see anything that. Hold on, let me check.
The mayor's seat will be elected via majority vote from the citizens in a quarterly election.
Oh, there we go.
Boom. Okay. Well, we can remove that one then.
Okay.
My MDT is freezing.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll remove it and then I'll renumber it.
Are we good to
Thank
take
you,
that
Juno.
break then if
Yeah.
we're good on that point?
Well, we're not done yet.
I thought you said we were
But
taking
you
a break
said
after that
a break
point.
though, right?
Oh, sorry. I meant after the thingy, but we could take it after the. We could take that right now.
Okay.
Fuck it. Let's take it right now. Fuck it. Break time.
Hi.
All right, beer back.
Time. Time.
Wait, didn't you say after number 8?
Malton, can you open this? Because I cannot.
Man, that's a real shame.
Gotta can't open it. Gotta pee in the corner.
I'm on break, basically. What's up? I should be able to afford it.
I like how everyone is just agreeing on fuck the criminals. Michael not going?
I mean, if that's what we're dealing with, that's what we're dealing with. I'll have to learn how to drive manual. Okay.
Nah, you're good.
Isn't it more fun for crims if they have to actually make an actual effort? You would think that until they get caught and then they complain.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Whose bicycle is this?
You're talking
That's
to a
mine. I
person
rode it
that has the
upstairs. You can
mindset
have it. I'm
that
about to go to
people
sleep.
should put an effort into being a criminal, rather than
God. Alex, I'm so sorry.
being lazy. I have always sucked up to my charges, if they make sense. The terrorism thing was a bit iffy, but on that, no, I haven't talked to her yet. What? You want to go? I will fight you. The fest up to? Well, same thing. He's just gonna stay quiet and say nothing?
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
Nothing. I'll just keep smoking my cigarette.
Later, help! Help! Help!
No, you don't get to leave.
I'm a caged animal.
Oh my god. Who are you texting?
Who am I texting?
Looks over at phone.
Shut the fuck up. It's Jenny. We're talking about
Reads
car.
text.
Dahlia said, with tax, it's 93K. I have 40K. That is what the text says.
Whoa. I like your nails.
Thank you.
Come here.
God damn it, Juna.
All good.
How does he have so much energy?
Hey, what's up, motherfuckers?
No,
What is the likelihood of you and Jenny agreeing to move in with Vito and I? Buying a house together?
I don't know Vito. That's my biggest concern.
I know, but he also doesn't know you guys, you know?
Did he just run inside?
But that can be subject.
Hey, you guys see where the mayor went, motherfucker?
He's busy. We're still in a meeting.
Yeah, but you see where he went?
No.
No.
I appreciate it, motherfuckers. Can y'all make crack legal?
No.
Motherfucker.
I know that you guys don't know him, but like, okay, think about it this way. So
I'm thinking.
we buy the house together. The likelihood of us bumping into each other at the house because of your time zone and our time zone is very different. Which is not necessarily a bad thing at all. It's like that one book called the Flatmate, where they share the same bed but they never see each other because one person
4 or
does a night
5?
shift and the other does a day shift. You know?
Yeah, I don't even know. I know.
And also, there is not a lot of people I trust with this at all.
Well, you're looking in Polito, right?
You don't like Polito?
I already live in Polito. I'm just asking. The prices up in Polito are fucking crazy though.
Are they actually? Can I borrow your tablet?
Why do you not have a tablet?
It fell apart.
The cheapest one is 267,000.
Let me see.
But those are small as shit.
Oh, okay. How much money do you have right now, and how much money does Jenny have right now?
We both have 40 grand, but we're about to buy a car. Because we need a vehicle to get from A to B that isn't a fucking rental.
So the one that I was looking at is Procuro Drive 18, and it's 370,000.
You're in the 70,000.
Which is medium sized.
It's not bad.
No, unless you want to go for something just a little nicer looking, then that's like a.
How many houses is Michael gonna have? Jesus Christ. Thank you.
I think if you guys like met up and stuff, that'd be pretty dope. But I mean, I trust you guys. You guys
She
trust
just
me.
needs to give us a fucking second.
There's
One
barely
day
a
Michael
handful
will
of
say
people I
no.
completely trust. I trust Vito, obviously. I trust Tessa.
He wants to
I
help
trust you,
people, though.
and I trust Jenny like completely.
He doesn't care about the
And I know
house,
for
but
a
he
fact
does
that
want to
if I
help.
tell you guys something, you're gonna keep it to yourselves. You're not ever
Mm.
going to stab me in the back. So yeah.
Wait, which one did you say you were looking at again?
Procopio Drive 18.
18. Okay. So it's like 400,000 or something. With tax.
60, 70, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just give us a
who
bit. You
else?
just asked us. You know,
I know.
You just need to relax.
No, because I want to fucking ask. You have no idea what the fuck has recently happened.
No, and I will hear about it when I'm not
When?
fucking cooked. Well, not now. This meeting is gonna end, and I'm gonna fucking.
Go to sleep.
I will probably try, but I don't think I'm allowed to because I have more meetings after this.
I can't do this still. I'm a loser.
I need to put on a mask.
Yeah, you too.
Chat. Oh, fuck.
I have one,
Wait,
but
come here, come here, come
only
here.
Yep.
Juno can wear it because of how mashed
Would you appreciate having a late night meeting sometime for one of these?
Yes, but
Maybe.
my.
Okay, I'll bring it up.
Either
I'll
of
bring it
you
up.
have a mask? Apparently, I need one.
Nope.
Nope. I am not a person that wears a mask.
Yeah, go for it.
Shit. All right.
Hopefully I'll be good since I was here the whole time.
All right. I guess I'm suffering.
You look great. You just look like
Oh.
Malson now.
That's
Where's
funny.
Gina?
People used to say that a lot a
She's
long
here.
time ago.
I'll get my shit sorted though, Max. Don't
Oh,
worry.
hey.
Thank you. Thank you.
No. Hold on. I have an idea. How many of you guys wouldn't be able to do a late night meeting for Michael's sake? Because he's kind of showed up twice already for the this one. I can do a late night one. Who cannot?
What's like late night?
It's on the weekend. I can do whenever.
Okay. Probably I would say in terms of hours, probably like 8 hours from now.
Holy fuck. Oh,
8
yeah, I can do
hours?
that.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
very
can-
late
That'd be
for me at that
fucking
point.
perfect.
I can
I
make
can
any
do
time
that.
work as long as I have enough, prep to get myself ready.
Exactly.
So for
Exactly.
reference,
The
that would
time, 8
be
hours from now.
4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific.
Beautiful.
Or we can do earlier
Yeah,
than that
Yeah, I can
too.
do it. No, it's
That
okay.
is
I can make that
really
happen.
Like
fucking
how
late
about
for me.
11 or 12 p.m. or a.m. I guess Pacific.
As long as
Okay.
I'm
So,
like, as
Sounds
long as I'm
well,
getting
we could
told.
just do it right after tsunami, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. If I'm just
Oh,
told
Like
yeah,
an
that
sure,
shit
that's
was
easy.
hour after
Easy,
tsunami.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can do that.
We can alternate for Michael's sake.
I'm
or
down.
we can make that our permanent time too if it's more agreeable.
whichever. I'm like, I don't mind this. I'm just a bit on the slow
I
side.
see myself having like trouble sticking around for the entire meeting if we do it at that time.
Okay.
It's not really necessarily about the starting time, it's about when it ends.
Right.
True. So in the future, I want us to use that agenda posting, and hopefully that'll help us speed things along. Also,
No,
right
I'm
now
just
we're
playing
kind of
music.
filling in the holes and stuff, so it's going to take a little bit longer. As they're going to get shorter and shorter as we go
Shorter,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for any time. I can make it work whenever. No problem.
Also,
Word.
I have
No, that's fine with me.
I have like 10 combos on me if anyone needs food.
I would take one. Sorry to interrupt. If that's okay.
Mm,
Someone gave me a slushie earlier. That was really nice. I'm nowhere near thirsty thanks to that. Although it kind of felt like drinking a hamburger through a straw, which is really hard
Ew.
to explain. But that's kind of what it
Oh,
felt like I was
God.
doing. Thank you. Thank you.
I have texture
Oh, that's
issues.
fine.
That just gave me horrible cringe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm good, Juno. Thank you.
Alright. I already gave you food.
Thank